So I want to create this quick video so I can show you guys how to quickly add text, add titles, and so on to your Final Cut Pro image or your video.
Audio Jungle.
So on the top left here, you'll see three icons. One is for your projects that you're working on. The second one is your video and your cameras, your images, pretty much iTunes, GarageBand, photos. Some of your media could be stored in here. This is just my new R8 that I got. And over here is your titles and some of your generators. So these are your lower thirds, your text, and this is what we're going to be working on this video. So I'm just working with one of my previous videos that I currently made. And if you go over the titles, click on here, and then if you just want to view to see what these default Final Cut Pro, I guess 3D titles do, what you can do is just come over here, move your cursor over here, and just slowly scroll to the right and see how it looks. Some 3D. What I like to use, if you haven't purchased any lower thirds or any templates, I just recently purchased some stuff from Motion VFX, which is pretty cool. Probably one of the more popular titles that you're going to be using if you're a YouTuber or getting into YouTube is probably like a lower third, just a call to action to either subscribe or give the name of your channel or your name itself. So the name in the description, and I'll just drag this into my timeline and show you how this looks. So you just click on it, drag it to where you want, and then if you just scroll over in your timeline, you'll actually see how it comes up. Now what you can do to edit it, just click on it once, and then you can you can bring it over here, click on it once, edit. You could either edit it right into here just by double clicking on it, and you could just keep it name or on description, double click on it, or over here on the right you could actually see the text description, and you could do more adjustments to the font that you want it to handle. So you could say Ron's YouTube channel. Now over here we could look at the line 2 side and just kind of shrink it down. Go back here, shrink this down. The alignment, you could either go left, center, right. The line spacing. So we can replay this and see how it looks. What I like to do is just press the spacebar, and if anytime you want to advance forward or back to the next clip or the next action in the clip or next adjustment, what you can do on your keyboard is just press the up arrow. Watch how I put my mouse over here to the left, and now I'm going to click the up arrow. Sorry, the down arrow is going to go to the next, I guess, item that's within my timeline that has a change or another call to action or item or text. So that goes to the end, then it goes to the end because there's nothing in between. But if you watch, if I put something here down here, and now I just click the up arrow, it's going to go back to the end of that. It's going to go to the beginning. Keep pressing up and up. So there's just some shortcuts that I like to use. Now let's get back to here. If you wanted to just see how this looks, you can just put your cursor over here, left click, and then I like to use the trick of just pressing the space bar to play it. And then what you can do to end it or stop it is press the space bar again. So space bar to start and then space bar to stop. And if you wanted to change the duration of this title, what you can do is just click on it here, bring your cursor over here until it turns yellow, and just drag it slowly. And that's if you wanted to extend how long this goes. And now we can look at it. Press the space bar again. I think over here I forgot my mic, looking for it. And that's it. And if you wanted to reduce it, just reduce it to the amount or duration that you want. And to delete it, you could just click on it, press the delete key, or if you wanted to move it in a different area, you could just come over there, drag and drop it. And again, if you want to delete it, you could just click on it once and press the delete key. And there's a whole bunch of other options that you can look at in the titles and the generators. If you're just starting off in YouTube, you're probably going to maybe use some custom intros with 3D, maybe some bumper openers, play around with them. I've been working with Final Cut Pro for the last couple of years. I used to use Camtasia a lot for just kind of desktop screencast when doing tutorials, but I just find Final Cut Pro just loves to render so much faster than all the other programs out there. You know, I've tried Adobe Premiere, Camtasia, but with Final Cut Pro, as you're working in your timeline and your video, you'll actually see, you know, some little dots here, and as you import a clip, it actually starts to render as you're working. So when it comes to rendering your complete file, you'll notice how fast Final Cut Pro is, and that's why I love it so much. You know, comparing to all of the other video editors that I've used, Adobe is great, but I just think if you're on Mac and you're using, you know, you're looking to kind of help speed up your workflow, I would say use Final Cut Pro, just a lot faster. So like I mentioned, lower thirds elements are great for either adding a bubble, a stamp, some credits. So just kind of scrub along and see how this looks, see if you want it in there. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. Till next time.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.